I go first.
And I go second.
Subject is
Strollers and Chats. Hi, everyone.
Hello, how's it going?
Good morning, good afternoon, and good night for us.
How's everybody's week? Inshallah, everything was okay. For a second, I was like, who am I talking to?
We actually have some sad news. Not like
We're so sad to share.
Yeah, nobody freak out. Everything's fine. We have some sad news to share. We're late to uploading our third episode. So sorry, everyone. I know it's been over a week, but it's actually because we recorded our last episode. It was actually a two-parter. It was super long. We were going to make a part one, part two. It was so good, but the file didn't upload correctly and we lost the audio and we couldn't recover it. We're hoping that we can still recover it somehow. But for now, we have to record a new episode. So we are so sorry for being late. We will be uploading around once a week. So
once a week, 10 days.
It's been 9 days today.
So to be realistic.
Maybe with a kid. Anyways.
It had all the feels. So it was exciting to share. But that's okay. I think everything happens for a reason.
Yeah. And so we're not going to attempt to re-record what we were saying and everything like that because we kind of don't obviously have a script. Things just flow. So we're just going to start fresh today. And if we don't recover that file, then we will talk about those topics again because they are very interesting. And yeah, anyways, I digress. So hi, everyone. We do want to first mention thank you to everyone who supported us on the launch of the podcast. We finally announced it on our Instagram and stuff. And yeah, we got a lot of support back and people commenting on the reels, listening in, and our friends and family are listening, letting us know their real live feedback. So it's been really great to know that there's actually people listening and people that feel like it's something that they're
relatable.
Relatable or something that they'll actually listen to and include in their life. So thank you for listening. If you're here,
it means a lot to us that other people are listening.
It was a bit not crazy, but like a bit daunting to actually announce it to our friends and family because when we uploaded the first and second episode, it was kind of like, it's fine, no pressure because nobody really knows. But then when we actually announced it, we're like, oh crap, people are actually going to listen to our voices now.
The cringe feeling came in for sure.
Every project, starts with a bit of cringe internally. So you just have to push yourself. And yeah, so.
You know what it feels like, Mona? I feel like it feels like you're inviting people to your living room where you sit and talk and chat. And it's really intimate, but at the same time, I feel like everybody loves to be part of conversations, especially when they're relatable.
Two of our friends said that it felt like they were here literally in our living room just listening to us talk. So that's exactly what it feels like, I guess. So welcome back. Welcome back. I honestly don't know how to top last episode because I am a sucker for a funny podcast and I just keep listening to clips and stuff of the previous podcast and I just find that story so damn funny. Like I love when we get the sister giggles. It's like something that's like not irreplaceable. How do you say
describable?
No. Recreatable. Like you can't recreate it. Do you know what I mean? That humor, like it's different than to just like have funny jokes or whatever than to have the sister giggles where it just comes out so funny between us. And obviously that translates when you hear it. But yeah.
I'm sure every sister.
Or siblings.
Even siblings,
sisters really get it.
For sure. And I think also best friends, like really, really close friends, they get the giggles. I have a friend that I have the giggles with and it's like nonstop. We used to have the giggles when we were in school, in class. In an entire lecture, we would be kicked out because of the giggles. You can't replace those moments. They are so fun.
Yeah, very much so.
Okay, I was thinking, before we start, I was thinking, and tell me what you think. We can start out by saying like a fun or funny or whatever, like a fun fact about motherhood.
Every episode?
Every episode. And it doesn't have to be motherhood, it could be anything, but like to start for motherhood, just for fun for the both of us and for whoever is
So,
listening.
like, is it going to be like every week we say just a random fun fact about
Yeah,
ourselves?
literally, right? Not us, about facts about motherhood.
Oh.
What do you think? I'll start with
I don't know how many I have.
no, I'm ChatGPT. We're asking ChatGPT. Okay, so I'll start. I like this one. It's described as playful. Did you know new moms lose an average of 44 days of sleep in the first year? That's basically February and March gone. Fun fact.
Why February and March, not January and February?
I don't know, maybe 28 plus 30 because February, I don't know.
Maybe. Really? I thought it was more.
No, but we're talking about days. 44 days is if you think of like 8 to 10 hours times 44, that's a lot. Makes sense.
Yeah, 44 days less sleep.
That's actually
Gosh,
extremely
a lot.
That's 2 months of like being awake all the time. Think about that.
Yeah.
Just think about it.
God.
It's crazy because a lot of our friends that are around me right now are expecting. And I'm a very realistic person when it comes to certain things. And I just keep repeating the sleeping part because I never used to research things. I didn't look things up. I didn't watch vlogs. I was just like, I went into the experience.
She
Jumped
raw
in.
dogged motherhood.
Exactly. Because I planned it and I was excited for it. So I was like, let's go with the flow. And everybody was like, oh, enjoy sleeping. You're not going to sleep. And I would be like, oh, yeah, it makes sense. Babies don't sleep. I didn't realize, or I didn't know until we had our daughter, that it's not that you're not sleeping. You can actually sleep a lot. Like literally in the 24 hours, you could just stay in bed and just sleep because newborns, they eat, poop, sleep, eat, poop, sleep. And if you're breastfeeding, you could literally be in bed doing all of those things. The key part here is that you'll never sleep more than 2-3 hours at a time. And not never, but it just feels like never when it's the beginning. And that part is actually extremely hard to adjust to when you're somebody who sleeps, when anybody, there's nobody that sleeps like that unless
Yeah,
you're
like
Ronaldo.
entering into really deep cycles of sleep. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't do that anymore.
That part
And
is very hard to adjust to.
aside from that, even if you have uninterrupted sleep, like for example, right now, her toddler sleeps from 7 to 7 or 7 to 6.
Exceptions, but yeah.
So during that period of time, hypothetically, you could be sleeping that whole thing, that whole stretch uninterrupted. But biologically, when you become a mother, your brain is never into deep, deep sleep because you're conditioned to be alert in case your child needs you.
Even as a toddler?
Yeah. So you're just biologically now on a lighter stage of sleep. So because if anything happens or you hear them, you wake up.
Yeah, that's true. I still do.
So it's like a biological thing that happens for safety, for survival.
Survivor.
For survival. So you literally just will never reach that depth of sleep ever again. Maybe when they're much, much older, but in the very beginning, it doesn't happen.
Man, it's crazy. Anyways, that was the fun fact.
But then again, every time you wake up and your baby latches and they look at you with such love, admiration, and comfort, it kind of makes everything go away. Like they just melt your exhaustion for that split second. You're like, ah, fine. This is worth it. I love you, type of thing. Right now, if anyone knows, I'm extremely overstimulated. My baby has been latching, unlatching, latching, unlatching, latching, unlatching. He just did that. Latching, unlatching, and he's been waking up every couple hours. He was sleeping for longer stretches. We got to a point where he started sleeping for like 5 hours, 6 hours at a time. Now we're back to 2-3 hours max. Last night I woke up at 12, 2, 5, 7, 9, and then finally woke up at 11, or like got up at 11, and I was just like, Man. And he wanted to breastfeed that whole time. It usually, if he wakes up, he would just like latch and then fall. We'd both fall back asleep. But it was like he wanted to actually feed properly. And he kept unlatching. So he would cry and I'd like startle back out, back awake. So I could relatch him as he's doing right now. What do you have to say for yourself?
Wow, he's quiet.
He felt the mic. He stopped whining. But then when we finally woke up at 11 today, he was so happy to finally get up. He just looked at me with like this biggest smile. He was like, "We're waking up. Oh my God." And he was like so happy. And it felt like that night was worth it for him. Like he was full and satisfied and cozy and happy. And I woke up miserable and I looked at him and his smile and I was like, it is worth it. I'm so happy that you had a great night. Yeah, anyways, I feel so overstimulated today. He wouldn't go to sleep, so he's with me again today as we record this. And you know, when like I can't sit right, the temperature's wrong, his latch is bothering me, everything is sore, my back hurts, my shoulders keep cracking. And anyways, motherhood is great. In other news, Tamana's just looking at me in disgust, like, oh, I'm repeating this some point.
I was thinking, how did I survive this?
Honestly, like the toddler stage, it's just different. It's different. I don't want to
There's
say it's
pros and cons for
easier.
both. There's pros
Yeah,
and cons for both.
definitely.
But I think it's overstimulating with a toddler, but in not relating to my body, if
Maybe
that
that's
makes
it.
sense. Like it's
Sometimes
exterior
when she like
things.
treats us like a jungle gym.
I was thinking, you know how yesterday we were watching the game? Oh, very sorry for all the Moroccans out there.
Good
We
game, good
lost. It was a
game.
good game. It was a tough game. It was a dramatic game. It was fun to watch. We were at the Mac Center with everybody watching, and I felt like that really showed the difference between a newborn. Your kid's not a newborn anymore, like a baby and a toddler. And I still would choose a toddler. Let me explain.
Okay, wait,
So
first let's
you,
set the scene. I was
okay,
just sitting that whole time on my chair, breastfeeding him. I'd take him out. He would sit for a 15-minute wake window, want to breastfeed again, go under, breastfeed, come out, chill for 30 minutes, go
yeah.
back in, get up. Until the very end, it was like after 2 hours that we were there, he wanted to take a nap. And, you know, people kept screaming every here and there. So he would like startle awake. Then he got really irritable and I had to stand up and like kind of rock him to sleep and cover his ears. And he slept in my arms until we left. But that was it.
So in conclusion, you barely moved like up and down or changed spots. So that is a clear like indication of a baby, especially a baby before crawling, even. On the other hand, Rital was like, she was okay at the beginning, like the first 30 minutes, and then she got comfortable. So she was like going to visit every aisle, saying hi to everybody, going to see the kids running. So I have to get up and go around and check up on her. I'm not just going to leave her do her thing, even if it's a safe space, but you never know. She could hurt someone, someone can hurt her. Anyways, so I was looking around, going around, moving, and then coming back. And then I huffed and puffed a little bit, but I didn't think about it until afterwards. I was like, huh, for some reason, I was still content with when she was that age. It was still fine, but I think when like the need of like breastfeeding and staying and then unlatching and latching would put me in like a mindset of when we're doing something where I can't enjoy, I don't know how to word it, but like I'm, like you said, overstimulated, but my body. So I can't really talk about it, but I just felt it. It was like a feeling. When right now with like a toddler stage, I'm just myself with like a little mini creature that I follow around. So I feel like it's less stimulating, if that makes
I think I
sense.
would feel less that. I think
Not with a kitchen, not in a kitchen, but like in,
I think for
yeah,
me it is different. I think that I do feel just comfortable like when he lashes and unlashes. Right now it's an exception because I didn't sleep well and it's been going on all day and
yeah.
TMI, if you know, you know, as babies grow, their latch gets stronger. your things get sore, cuts happen, you got to go back to the silverettes. If you know, you know, I'm not going to go into detail. So I'm just like having an off day.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But like then at the game, I was just sitting and like breastfeeding him and I felt super chill. Like I breastfeed while cleaning
You're
the house. I
right.
breastfeed while cooking. I like it doesn't bother me.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I think for me it would be more stimulating to have a toddler.
And to be
Which
honest, he
brings
didn't
me
whine or anything like that. I think if he cried to sleep or like whine,
he
that's more
did,
what
but I
I've talked.
stopped it.
Oh, you're good at that.
I
That's more what
think
I'm talking about.
I
So,
think I wanted to ask though,
mhm,
what's your love language again?
physical touch and quality time.
Okay, interesting. I was gonna say mine is physical touch and quality time, I think as well. Or is it acts of service? No, I think it's quality time. I think I like to gift give and do acts of service as what I give. Anyways, I was gonna say that maybe because
But
you're
don't you like to give what you get and get what you give?
some I remember hearing something about that where like you it should be the same, but I
Yeah,
think it's different. I think what you give is different than what you receive.
interesting.
Is it? Because I really don't feel like I do love to give physical touch.
Really, we've never
Maybe.
hugged.
No, I think that's a sibling thing. I think that's like a childhood trauma thing. We were never taught affection. I'm so affectionate with my friends and my husband and stuff because they're not from my bubble of
Interesting.
childhood. Yeah, no.
Makes sense. I think that's why like I wanted to create that with my family because we
Yeah.
didn't grow up like with any physical
Now I
affection.
see our mom like be so physical with the kids. She's hugging them, kissing them. I'm like, what is this? We've never hugged.
We still don't.
Well, we probably did when we were younger. Actually, we have so many photos of her doing that. It's
That's
just
true.
as we
Or not the
aged.
baby stage. I'm talking like kid
Yeah.
stage.
Anyways, I was gonna say maybe because if you're not used to physical touch or it makes you uncomfortable, that you just felt really overstimulated.
No, but I loved having her and like having like that bond of feeding her. Black, it's like it was really
Maybe.
great. But
Hold on. I know.
it's the whining when she
No, no,
cries
no.
or
I know.
unlatches and latches.
I know. I know.
That's what I
I
get
think I know.
frustrated about.
You don't like being completely still, like the stillness. You need to like
Oh, maybe, yeah.
with your whole ADHD thing or whatever. We don't actually know if you have it, but like I feel like you're someone who feels better moving around, like doing 100
Oh,
things
yeah,
at
yeah.
once.
That would make
So like
sense.
chasing after a toddler, even though it is exhausting, you feel more like yourself and your brain feels more at
Mm-mm.
ease.
Yeah,
Whereas
wow,
with
Mona, you're
having
so good.
whereas with having a baby, when they're crying and all this, they
Yeah,
need you to be still and
yeah, yeah,
calm
yeah.
them down. And
Yeah,
you
yeah.
don't know how to be still yourself
Yeah,
internally,
yeah.
that it's like stressful for you and your brain that you're like,
Because when
uh,
she's like chill, when she used to be chill and all that, and like I would feed her and then she would sleep, like those were great times for me. And I would feel guilty that I don't feel good when she's like overstimulated and she's unlatching and latching, just like what is happening to you right now. I would be like, oh, why do I feel like that? Why is it because I just want her to be like good? But maybe you do have a point. Like my brain was literally not like relaxed at all. There was states
yeah.
of emergency.
Whereas for me, when I'm chasing after my cap is like 2 hours where I'm like, okay, you must sit still and we need to regroup. Let's do some yoga. Let's meditate. I definitely need the stillness to come back. I have a limit with how much I can tolerate
I
without going
think we all
insane.
have a toddler limit. Oof,
Well,
oof.
yeah.
It is full, and they
Oh,
only nap
speaking
once.
of toddler, Tamara recently got her a little table and like little chairs, like her
The IKEA
size.
table,
Yeah, like the
super cute.
mini table. And she's getting at an age where like she's so excited to like share things that are hers. So when I walked in the door today, or was it yesterday? I don't remember what the
Today.
time is. It's the first time I see her table. So I walked in and she like ran and she saw me and she was like, Mona, come see Tuti's table. Come see my table. And she ran to her table and sat down. And she has a knife set and like fake fruit and stuff to cut. And she was like, look, look, I'm cutting, I'm making salad. And I was like, oh my God. She wanted me to look at her new table.
Speaking of ADHD, 2 days ago, I was deep cleaning and moving the couch. So, for context, my living room is quite large and long, and our couch doesn't fill it up because it was meant for our
Your
first.
couch is a 4-seater. It's an L, but I think it's a 4 or 5-seater.
It's technically a three-seater, but you could fit
What?
4 people. It was meant for like our first apartment, which was a 1 bedroom, and we never changed it. So I was just looking at the space and I was like, her toys are just in front of the couch or the TV. Like something was feeling wrong. And I just had this huge, like, force telling me to
Urge.
urge, force telling me to do something about it. And I had an idea. I pushed the couch. I created like a cute space for her behind the couch. And I kind of just
So let
made
me
the
just
living room,
visualize this
the
for you
family room
guys.
smaller. And
The couch used to be against the back wall, which is facing the TV. So instead, she pushed pushed the couch closer to the TV. So it's
towards
like
the middle.
halfway in down her living room. And then behind the couch is all of Rita's toys and then the wall. So it
Yeah.
creates like behind the couch this whole little space.
For some reason, the
It's like
space feels
cozy.
bigger, cozier. And now that she has like her table, and we also got her also from IKEA, what is this called? Oh
Whiteboard
my
and
gosh, whiteboard,
chalkboard.
chalkboard thing, because she's like drawing and like if I want to teach her stuff or just like have fun. She has like the freedom to do whatever she wants within the lines of the whiteboard. LOL. So it's just like she needs a space for all her things, to feel like she has a space. I
You
don't know
can
where I was
definitely
going with
you
this,
can
but
you were just saying how you're ADHD. You were in a
yeah,
rage clean and you decided to move the whole
yeah.
house around.
And then I just removed other things and reorganized, and I felt so good about it.
I remember
Yeah,
when we used to do that for our
we used to do that
rooms.
upstairs a lot.
In our rooms, if you had like your teenage room and you have control over your room and you would just like move your bed to the other side, move the desk to here and all of this, and you would feel like, wow, I just
It's a new
moved
place.
into a new
It's a
apartment.
new place.
It's really true. Like the feng shui, like if the energy's off, like you just reset. Yeah, and it feels good.
It
Yeah,
actually
and
feels like it's fuller in a new place.
I definitely feel like also it's nice for her because I feel like she sees it as her own little space
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it's kind of like not segregated, but like sectioned off of the just main living area. So it creates like her own little space instead
And
of
I
being in
don't
her room.
feel, yeah,
The urge to clean it
every second, yeah.
because it's
I mean,
behind. Yeah.
sometimes she still brings her stuff to the side, which is it's okay, but it's the concept makes me feel so good.
Yeah. Okay. Now on to a different thing that I've been wanting to talk about because I'm looking at you in your pajamas. Okay. Hear me out, everyone. I am definitely someone who does not care about the material of things I buy. Like, is it 100% cotton or is it polyester or whatever? Like, I just feel it with my hands. Like, does it feel like it's good quality? I never actually thought, what is this?
Mm.
Like, I just can tell if this is going to be good quality or not, or like, I find out after one or two washes. You know what I mean? And our friend Samia, that we've mentioned a couple times now, went on this recent thing where she was like, guys, we have to stop fast fashion. Like, you need to focus on good quality items and stuff. Everything is polyester. Is a total polyester hater. And now I'm like, polyester. So we started to, whenever we're shopping or whatever, all of our items of clothing, looking at the tag and being like, what is this? And most often than not, it's polyester. So
Even like good high-end brands use it.
So it started where I started noticing it a lot. No. I noticed this one thing after this scenario happened. So when my husband was coming to Canada, he's like the kind of person that lives in multiple different countries. So he just likes to like buy a wardrobe in that country rather than like move his whole closet from country to country, in his luggage.
Makes
He just
sense.
like has a new closet in every house, right? So I'm like, oh my God, I have the freedom to like shop for him and like style him as I want. So I took it upon myself to shop for him, okay? I got a bunch of things, pajamas, pants, tops, everything, sweaters, and like a bunch of, cold weather stuff. Oh, so fun to dress a man. Definitely not like they dress themselves. Guys, who is anti skinny jeans on men? Guys, can we please just boycott skinny jeans? Like, it's time. It's time. Let it go. Move on. Straight leg or wide leg or baggy or cargo vibes. Like, just, yeah. Anyways, so I got pajama pants, okay? I'm trying them on and everything, unboxing before he comes. So Tamara comes upstairs at one point after I had unboxed everything and tried everything. And I was showing her everything. And I'm like, everything is good. I think I'm just going to return this one item.
No, you told me you can give it to Saeed.
No. You said that. So I said, I don't like this item. It's like feels like a plastic bag. It feels like crunchy. It's like horrible quality. Like definitely not gonna bring that. He's gonna be like, what the hell? I'm not gonna keep that. He's gonna be like, what the hell did you buy? It's like a crunchy pants. It's probably tight. Like it doesn't have any stretch or give. It's so uncomfortable. It's not soft at all. Like horrible for pajama. And then she starts laughing. She looks at me. She's like, it's probably cotton. And I was like, what? What do you mean? It's like shitty quality. She grabs it. 100% cotton. Why does cotton feel like shit? Why does cotton feel like a crunchy sandpaper? I don't understand it. Like, why would I put myself in something that feels uncomfortable?
Did you not buy the cotton from Egypt? Like I got
No,
some
the
stuff for
cottonelle
Rita.
tank tops?
Yeah.
Are
I
they
got hers.
crunchy?
They're good. Like I know what you're talking about when you say soft with polyester. They're not like that. They just feel like good material.
Stiff.
Yeah, and like that I guess that's what translates into good quality.
Maybe in the tank top it's fine, but in the pants I was like, I don't understand. Like, why is it such horrible quality?
Yeah, it was so funny.
Like I had like, no idea it would be cotton. I thought like, oh god, it would be like polyester or something. I thought that was polyester because I'm like, I feel it. It feels horrible quality. And then I was like, I'm trying to reprogram my brain now. I'm like, is that what good quality is? Discomfort?
That's so funny.
I'm actually shocked. So then I was shopping the other day at Tawasin Mills. Guys, right now they're having an end of season sale where everything is at least 70 to 80% off. Like truly, if you're looking for some good deals, go. Even they're like staple pieces that have nothing to do with winter. They're just doing like end of season sale because they're going to get a new collection in, I guess. Every single store has amazing prices. Yeah. Oh, I got a new purse at Michael Kors. Love my new purse. Anyways, so I'm at the store and there's a bunch of PJs and stuff. And I touch these pair of pants and I'm like, oh my God, this is so soft. I must buy these. They weren't in my size, so I'm like, oh, I'm getting these for tomorrow. So I get her these pajamas and I give them to her and I'm like, they were so soft. Like I couldn't resist. I had to get them for you. And she goes, let me guess, it's polyester. And then I look at it and it's 90% polyester, 10% spandex. You know what? I love polyester. I just think it's the most comfortable material. I don't understand. And I feel like it's breathable. Is it not breathable? I feel like you can't breathe through cotton.
I don't know. I don't know. But I think it's because it's plastic. So people say that.
How is it plastic? Like I've never known that polyester is microplastics.
Yeah. And everyone, like now, it's a thing that they're finding microplastics in our bodies, and that's why people are more aware of it. We're not
inhaling it through our clothes, are we? Absorbing
when
it?
you sweat and stuff. That's why, like, it's a good idea to have like good quality, like tank tops or like bras and stuff. But then, if you really must have that dress or that sweater or whatever, it's acceptable. But I don't know. I was, those sweaters from Mama that I've taken and I've been wearing for years, and she's had them for years, and they're amazing quality. Because of Sammy, I like look at material just for fun, and it's like in my head now. It's 100% polyester, and I was like, oh,
it's not itchy. It's just, I don't know.
This was like a 20-year-old sweater, so I don't know.
Maybe something's wrong with our programming because I don't know. I just prioritize like what I feel, and what I feel is this is soft. But I guess, is it like ruining the environment, or are they not like using, I don't know.
But I think, don't quote me, that they, because it says some of them, the ones that say 100%,
Recycled materials?
yeah, that's what it is. And I think that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. Anyways,
Anyways.
let us know if you guys agree or
But
disagree
to
with
be
this
fair,
thing.
I'm uncomfortable putting it on Rita. Like I appreciate that Mama gets her the cotton stuff, mostly, like especially pajamas. Some of her pajamas are polyester,
Oh,
and
I
it's
have
like okay,
never
whatever.
noticed. Or like, is Carter's
H and
clothes
M,
and
H and
stuff?
M is 100% cotton for kids.
Hmm.
Really, really good quality. But
Interesting.
Winners is random. Carter's is random. Depends.
Interesting. Well, anyways, I don't know if you guys have been through that or have experienced that, but I just feel like cotton feels so crunchy and uncomfortable. Maybe it was
Yeah.
just that one item. I know it's happened a couple times where I'm like, oh, this seems like horrible quality, and it turns out to be cotton.
What's new? Do you feel like ever since having a kid, because it happened like all at once for you, do you feel like friendships have become different? Like you have less, your circle is getting smaller? Do you feel like there are friends that you don't relate to? Like, how do you feel? Because I know that you're somebody who already has a small circle, you're very selective with your friendships. And
I
I don't
think
know, I
that
was just wondering.
before I became a mother and before I got married, my circle of friends reduced to literally zero because I just kept getting burned in friendships because I'm someone who like gives 100% and I really commit to like loving you and including you in my life. And I did that with people that didn't have the best intention over and over and over again all throughout my high school. I was going to say my high school career, I guess, like my high school experience.
Career.
I think people say that. I don't know. Yeah, my high school best friend also dropped me for something so silly, or I guess maybe it wasn't silly to her, but I tried to like fix the friendship and she didn't want to. So I just learned that when people show you who they are, just believe them. And people will show you who they are from the very beginning. I don't think that I am in the business of letting people grow and evolve and become better people and like giving them chances and like, oh, this wasn't their intention, this wasn't that after having a kid. So before having a kid, I was more open or flexible with allowing people to, prove me wrong or like, I guess, grow and evolve, right? Because I used to have the mindset of like, oh, we all make mistakes. We're all, growing. We are in immature phases of our lives and everything like that. And it's okay. We will grow and everything like that. But it was a coincidence that right before I had my baby, right before I got married, I think major life events shows you who's really there for you. So like for example, before I got married, it's like you kind of sit with yourself and you think, oh my God, I have like this amazing news. Who am I going to tell? Like, who am I excited to reach out to and like connect and like announce it to? And I sat with myself for a moment there and I was like, damn, I was so excited and I was telling everyone and everyone that I loved, which included a bunch of friends. You can kind of tell who's actually happy for you and who's more
Questioning.
questioning or jealous or envious or just like feel disingenuous with their excitement. I invited so many people to my wedding and I understand it was in a different country, but
Destination wedding.
yeah, but only one of my friends went with me, which makes sense. Like my best friend Jane came, but people who were like, "Oh my God, we'll totally go," and they don't go, or not even my wedding, like my henna party, my just like mini events leading up to it that are here, people that were supposedly my close friends didn't show up. So it's just like interesting that these major life events kind of prove to you or reveal people's true colors. People who truly do love you kind of come out of the woodworks when you're being celebrated. So actually, I had less friends before I got married than after because I realized there's so many people who do want to love me and celebrate me for
Aww.
real. Like people that are a lot of your friends actually that like you would invite to things that I would see showing up for me and I'd be like, wow, like Sammy is one of them, like showing up for me and celebrating me, having this true, genuine energy and love towards you, even though I'm just your sister. Your group of friends always like kind of accepted me, including so many of your friends. Now I'm really close with quite a few of your friends. I don't know if everyone wants to be named, but shout out, you know who you are. There's Samia, Afnan, even Chelsea. But Chelsea has always been like, I felt like an aunt to me, not an aunt, like a big sister. I was gonna say
And she's
aunt,
gonna feel so old.
not an aunt. Sorry, I meant like a big sister because she was there in your life journey all
She
along.
watched you
Yeah,
grow up,
yeah. So I
which
felt
is
like
special.
her friend by association. Yeah, literally when we were tiny, we have
Because
pictures
we
of
went
her.
to school, elementary, high
Yeah,
school
yeah,
together. Yeah.
yeah. But then the whole baby thing, I think when you have a baby, it definitely reframes your mindset on everything in life.
And just to add, I feel like, wow, that's actually such a nice way to put it. I said that last time and I say it again. You're so good at putting thoughts in words. I feel like I also agree that it showed we got closer and it showed us who is there for us and who wants to be there. And I feel like those friends are really special to us.
Yeah, and friendships that I didn't realize I would become closer to, I became closer to.
Yeah.
That just like really showed up for me. And even if they were in the same life stage as me, we're still happy for me to reach that before them and not need to be resentful. Like there's, especially in our community, there's so many girls that are just so jealous of like the whole getting married thing and finding someone is so, like the whole Arab thing of, or Muslim thing maybe. Of nobody knows that you're even talking to someone and then suddenly you're like, I'm getting married next month. It's like a big thing that
Yeah.
happens. It's part
It's
mostly
fine.
it's actually mostly because of how things work. Like we're not dating, you're just you suddenly get engaged. A man decides to ask for your hand in
Yeah.
marriage. Only your very, very, very close friends would know that maybe you're potentially talking to someone. Anyways, yeah, so there's this whole like
I
not
feel like I
jealousy,
never
just
lived it, but I see it
like
now through.
competitiveness or just like it's a mix of competitiveness and eagerness and feeling like the community, like the aunties feel like, oh, you're not married yet. Like, oh, what's wrong with you? Or like, oh, you're getting older, all of this. So it feels like this pressure on you in our community to get married. So girls kind of like
Did you
are
feel it? Because
envious
I
of
feel
each
like you
other.
got married.
I didn't feel that, no,
Yeah. Because I
because
didn't feel it either.
I definitely felt it towards me. But like
Mm.
I didn't feel the pressure to get
Oh,
married or the
interesting.
competitiveness or anything. I think it's because our community is like we don't like mingle or really involve ourselves in the greater community. We're just like passerbyers, you know what I mean? We're
Yeah,
not
yeah. That's because
really
of like the
involved.
nature of mama.
Yeah, and then the communities that we are really close to, more so the Moroccan group and stuff, they're not jealous or envious or whatever in that same way.
They don't, I feel like they don't have a number like on when to get
A
married. It was
timeline,
never like
yeah,
why you're
yeah.
not married yet.
Yeah, not at all. Yeah, anyways, so there's definitely this like societal pressure to get married and to find someone. So girls just naturally get really envious and competitive and everything with it. So there's like this sense of secrecy around it that's so weird. I understand the whole thing of, with Ain, you don't want to, or like evil eye for those who don't speak Arabic, we have this tendency to not like want to announce it before it actually happens. Once you're actually like engaged, or basically when your Fatiha is read, which means the initial Islamic way to get engaged in parentheses, where you like officially ask for a girl's hand in marriage, and then your parents read the Fatiha, you read the Fatiha together, and that's like your first step to getting married. That's like the official step. So usually we start announcing after that happens. But there are so many people out there that will not tell you, and then suddenly they're like married with 3 kids, and you're like, oh, what happened there? There's so many people, though, that will keep it as such a secret. They'll keep it as a secret in like this weird, taboo, mysterious way, where to your face, like it'll be someone that you're literally talking to every day that you think is your friend. And they're like asking you about your life and what's going on in your life and all of this. And then,
Yeah, I just want to quickly add because I had a thought that came in. I think what I'm hearing and what I feel like you're trying to say is it's weird when it's a very close friend, when it's somebody that you see often, when it's somebody that you have like khibz milh, which is like when you split dinners with them, you like they ask you about your life, you know about their life, you're close to their family, they're close to your family. I think it's weird when you just suddenly hear that
or like
something is happening, they're
you're
getting married.
out and not that you suddenly hear that you're getting married, because that's like sort of how it happens. Like I was saying, like you don't really know that they're in parentheses dating and then suddenly they're getting married. That's how it works in our community. It's more so where you don't even tell anyone.
Hmm.
Like you do it in plain sight, but hide it. So it's like I see a ring on your finger and I'm like, that's such a pretty ring. Did you get engaged? And you're like, this is just jewelry. But it's actually your engagement ring. You're like, wait, what? Do
Yeah,
you know
that's
what I
crazy.
mean?
Yeah.
Like I've literally experienced that where I'm like, huh? And then on social media I
Some people
see
are
it as their
very
engagement ring.
private and they're afraid of like anybody knowing anything about them.
But they're not. They will say it to other people, just not to different people. Like
Hmm, interesting, yeah.
it's like hypocritical. It's like, well, first of all, why are you asking me about my life and trying to shove yourself into my life, but hiding your life?
Yeah.
You know,
I
like
think it's
if
hard also. It's more like it's a bit it's more highlighted with us, I feel, because we are very open books. We literally say everything in our hearts and there's nothing to hide. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, or maybe we should work on that. But I feel like when you feel that way and then somebody doesn't share like big things like that, it actually feels very confusing and kind of, I want to say
it's
fake,
very,
but
I mean, it's definitely very fake. It's confusing because you have all the intention to be there for someone and celebrate them. You know how we were saying that when you get married and stuff, and when you're have big life events, you see who's really wanting to celebrate you and love you and everything like that. And you want to do that for someone and they don't let you. And you're like, wait, what? Like,
yeah, that
I
hurts.
thought I was like, we literally talk. It's like when you talk about, when you're sitting with your girlfriends and you're talking about the future and like, oh, we'll get married and do all these things. And then I don't even know. I want to kind of reframe before we go over. Let me answer your initial question.
Yeah.
So before having kids, I actually just,
Mm.
sorry, before having a kid, I had very few friends because I've been burned so many times,
So you were selective.
which again, maybe I'm putting something out there that's not being received well in friendships or whatever, or maybe just that I'm not meant to find my people until later on in life. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Some people have like their core group from when they're young. Some people discover them later on in their life. So maybe I'll just be one of those people, which makes sense because I always felt like I'm hang out with like much older people, and like I felt like maturity wise, I didn't really relate or bond with people of my age or younger. Anyways, but then after having a kid, it just reframes your priorities, where I just don't have tolerance for just negativity or for immaturity. People who prioritize superficiality or hate or gossiping or talking ill of others or just like a very teenage-y,
High school.
minds. Yeah, very high school type of mindset. It's very hard to connect with them because it's just not where my mind is at. I'm looking at bettering myself to better the future of my kid and how can I be the best version of myself. And when you're when you go through a major life event like that, it just also teaches you how precious time is and how little free time you have and all of that and how little mental free space I have that like I don't have the mental space to fill with your useless drama. Truly. I just, yeah, it really reframed my priorities of also seeing really well intentioned people. I think that when you become a mother, there's this like instinct to protect your kid and therefore protect your peace. And I really just prioritize protecting my peace. So I just find it harder to make new friendships if they're not at the same life stage as me because motherhood is such a drastic life event. It's like I find it easier to connect with a mother than it is to connect with someone who isn't if they weren't my friend prior,
Makes sense.
you
Because like
know?
friends, like your close friends, from my experience, really, really get excited about you having a kid, and they're really happy for you. Obviously, when they're genuine, and I think you feel it and you see it with the way that they are with your kid and the way that they treat them or offer to help. I feel like those are all moments that really grow and make you feel like, oh my gosh, these people are there for me. And like these people are sharing memories.
And I totally think it's fine to be friends with people who are in different life stages as you. You don't have to be in the same life stage to be friends with someone. I just think that you your life is so wrapped up in baby and mom stuff that it is a little bit hard to relate or to like spend time with someone who doesn't think about those things because even while you're with them you're probably thinking about mother things. You know what I mean? Like all I could think about is my kid and like baby stuff and like it's much easier to be in an environment where they get that. It feels more like I don't need to just turn on my social battery. Do you know what I mean? Like
Mm-mm.
we have
I know,
friends
I know it.
that don't have kids, but they
Mhm.
don't feel like they take up from our social battery. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. I was going to say that it's interesting because the friends that you feel like you don't have a kid anymore are the friends that are not anymore. Oh my gosh. But like the friends that you feel like when you have your kid around that you it's not your responsibility or like the burden has been lifted a bit are the friends that
Oh, like friends
matter.
that like take over or taking
Yeah,
care
yeah,
of
yeah. And
them
they
or like,
offer. It's not like you're
yeah.
kind of like putting them in that position awkwardly. They offer and you feel like it's genuine. I mean,
Oh
I
my
hope
God, there's
so.
so many people who like don't think about what you're going through when you have a kid and that they're fine inconveniencing you without really thinking when you're like, I literally have a child. Do you
Yeah,
realize
some people don't
are
care
very
or
inconsiderate of
it doesn't
having a
even
kid?
cross their mind.
Yeah,
And
it might
I've
not be intentionally. It's
yeah.
just hard to spend a lot of time with people that don't think, oh, they have a kid. What could they do? You know,
Yeah,
type of
yeah.
thing.
I realized in my stage of life that I I have a very little tolerance for those kind of friendships because obviously I have a toddler and it's like life looks really different, but also because they don't have empathy in a way. They don't they just like about me, 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 me. I realize that there are some people that it's just about me, 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 unless that whatever you're bringing in is convenient to them. I also realized that my high school experience was so different than yours. I had an amazing experience. I loved every single year. Alhamdulillah, it was great. And I'm still in contact with a lot of those friends. But I had bad friendship experiences, I feel like, after that. And it taught me that I don't know if it's being naive or just thinking that everybody is genuine like me, but I realized that I can't just bring everybody to my place. I can't just open up book to anybody. And I did that. I did that for so long.
Well,
And
I
I
feel
feel
like
like
you
I still do, but I am way more selective
I
and
think
I
that
am not giving. I feel like I, I wouldn't do, like if, like you said, the way that you said that was so good. Oh, I can't, guys,
said
help
what
me
part?
put thoughts in words. When you said that, oh my gosh, what did you
People who
say?
are there to celebrate you?
Not that, that people show you who they are.
Oh
I
my
feel
God,
like
yeah.
there are
I've been
so many
telling,
moments where I see something in somebody, but I'm like, no, 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 they don't mean it. No, 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 they don't mean it. And it takes, like, it took me until last year to realize in one sitting, what the heck am I
yeah,
doing
I think
here?
Tamara
This
recently
is
went
so
through
wrong.
a huge friendship lesson where it took her years to learn. And I've been telling her for years, but it was just her lesson to learn. And it takes everyone
Thank you
their
for
own
being
time.
there.
I think that sometimes it's like a whole therapy thing that you can't just give someone the answer. They have to go through it to realize it.
Yeah.
So, as hard as it was for me, I gave you my advice and just took a step back. And eventually, you got to the same lesson that I learned 4 years before that, but it's okay. Yeah. So,
I still have no regrets and I have great memories and all that. But I
yeah.
just realized there are things that happened that made me feel like, oh, yeah, you should stop whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
You're unwanted,
Yeah.
which is
Well,
okay.
but yeah, something that I do want to talk about is the fear that people have in sharing their
Good news.
successes, sharing good news. Yeah. Being afraid of, I don't know if it's the evil eye, in, or if it's just because okay, hold on. I have a theory. And honestly, life is teaching me that this might be reality. I think that there's this secrecy around good news because people are afraid of your evil eye in a negative way, or your jealousy and your enviousness and you wanting bad for them, or they want to hurt you or make you feel bad because that's how they feel.
Yeah, I
So
was gonna say that
if
although evil eye, ayn, does exist and it's so true, and we should all do ruqya, we should all like believe in it and do our best to like protect ourselves and our kids and our families. But I do think that people that think of it so much and don't share anything with anybody and just have that wall, I think that those people, they grew up in a space where they didn't have genuine people around them. They weren't close with people around them and they didn't see good in people around them that were like close people.
I don't think it's about seeing good. I think it's something that's taught from your family. I think that mama instilled a deep rooted sense of pureness and genuineness, and just always, always having good intentions. No matter what would happen in our
Those
lives,
things like didn't cross my
mama
mind.
would always be like, do wajib no matter what.
Be the better person.
Be the better person.
I
She
still believe in that.
never.
Just keep going. Speaking of 12 hours of sleep, my toddler just woke up and it's only 1 a.m.
She's in a twin bed now, not a crib, and she can just waltz out. She just came waddling out in her sleep sack.
Anyways, let's wrap this up.
Yeah, so what I was saying is, I don't mind if there's a toddler in the background of this ending, but there's this, yeah, there's this secrecy that I realize might be because if someone thinks that you're going to be so jealous of them and they're all you think about, and you want the worst for them, and you're going to be jealous of them for getting married or getting successful or getting the job or the degree or getting pregnant or whatever it might be, is because they're the kind of people that have the capability of doing that themselves. Like,
Or they just think about those things.
it's so interesting because, like, for example, for me, I never think, or not never, but I very rarely think, like, oh my God, this person is so jealous of me. They definitely are gonna give me in, and they're they want the worst for me. They're going to act this way or whatever, because
we didn't grow up like
that
that.
doesn't cross my mind
Yeah.
because I don't think that of others.
No.
I never looked at somebody who got married and thought like, oh, I wish the worst for you. Hope this marriage ends. I don't want you to be happy. Like, oh, look at her ugly dress. Look at this, look at that. Because I genuinely don't think
But
that.
I don't think we could ever know somebody's thinking that way. I feel like you would
Which is what's insane, that like when you see that firsthand that this is how people think and they show that to you, you're actually like, wow. So I want to end this.
I think being a two-faced, being hypocritical is what really like hurts and doesn't make sense. And I think okay. And
so I just want to wrap it up by saying we'll go into this more into the next episode, but
we'll do a part 2.
We'll do a part 2 because it's kind of scattered, but because friendships is a huge topic for me, at least, because I went through so many friendship breakups in my life, and I really think that having good people around you makes such a big difference. Makes such a big difference in your life. But to end it, I guess I'll say, when people show you who they are, believe them. I guess the kids are up, guys. We gotta go. Let's head out. Until next time. Assalamu alaikum.